I quit my 30K a month agency and now I am more fulfilled than ever before. And I want you to imagine, just picture this, you're on a drive and you have no GPS. So you're driving around and you have no idea where to stop, you have no idea where to turn, you have no end destination, so you're just driving aimlessly with no direction. You see, that's what's happening to a lot of people, and that's probably what's happening to you with your agency or whatever business that you're in. I know for certain that's what happened to me. And so that's the purpose of this video, is to try to give you the lessons it took me, the years it took me to learn this, to figure out how to build an actual direction and trajectory to your life and business to make sure that you're making the money and that you're also fulfilled in your life's purpose. Because let's say you're not making money yet, you haven't ran into this. But if you're the guy that's at 10K, 20K a month, you've ran into this before. You've asked yourself, why am I doing what I'm even doing? Am I passionate about this? Should I maybe pivot my business and go do something else that actually fuels me? Because there's no greater feeling on the earth than impacting someone's life, than truly being passionate about what you do. And that's what's happening to me right now. And look, I mean, there's two questions that I want to ask you that are going to just change your life. And the first is, what do you want to be known for? Like, the day that you die, what do you want to be remembered for? What is that impact that you want to leave on the world? If you figure that out and see if your agency or whatever business you're in right now, figure out if that's in alignment with what you want to do and the impact you want to leave. And if it's not, maybe it's a good kind of signal to switch it up. If I look back at my agency, it took me 2 years to learn this and to reflect on it. I didn't enjoy it. I realized that I just saw a YouTuber that told me to try this business model and to go into this niche and to do this acquisition strategy. And I just blindly followed this YouTuber. And as a result, I made the money, but I was empty inside. I was empty. I didn't like the industry I was in. I didn't like the service I was providing. I didn't like the content I had to make about it. I didn't enjoy the clients I was working with. I didn't enjoy the impact I was leaving on the world. And that might be what you're going through right now. Another question to kind of ask yourself is, do you see yourself doing what you're doing right now for the next 10 years? If the answer is no, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Right? So again, this is just a reality check. If you're in the weeds right now in your agency, if you have sales calls coming up after this video, or you have to call leads or send outreach or get on a team or client call, I want you to just zoom out for a second for these few minutes that we're talking here. Zoom out for a second and look at your business and look at where this business is taking you in life and see if that's actually where you want to go. See if that's actually what you want to be known for. Or is it something else? And I made the decision. It took me a week. I went to a cabin in Georgia just to kind of isolate by myself, 7 days in a cabin, when I was doing 30K a month in my agency, and I had the YouTube channel gain some traction for coaching and mentoring. And I realized I don't want to work with realtors for the next 10 years. I would rather change the lives of young guys like myself that are just a few steps behind me. And that's why I started the coaching business. Right? And I still teach the same things that I'm doing right now. I teach these agency owners, I teach people running coaching businesses how to use YouTube and scale with that and ad strategies and all that type of stuff. It's not the purpose of this video, but figure it out. Figure out what actually drives you. What's that thing, that hobby, that gift that God has given you? That skill, that thing you've spent years working on that you could help others learn. A lot of us, we're young and we think we don't know much, but if you've built a YouTube channel, or if you've gone to the gym, or if you've ran ads for your own business, like, these are things you could teach other people. And so I truly think, if you have no skills, agency is the best business model to get into, because it allows you to learn a skill and do it to become sufficient in the skill and then go teach it later on. But if you have any skills under you, and you probably do, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't start a coaching business, start building a personal brand, start posting on YouTube. Because there has been nothing in my life that I could compare to the business I run today. And it's not even something that drives me. My clients notice it. When I over deliver, when I, just my conviction and how I am working with them, it's night and day different to the agency. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And so hopefully, if at least one of you, maybe, if you are who I think you are, let's say you're doing like, 20K a month in, I don't know, a content agency. Your next step, if you're not fulfilled, if you're not happy working with the businesses you're working with, serve the guy that's 3 steps behind you. Serve the content agency that's at 0. Serve the guy that's in college that doesn't even know where he's going, and help him build this business from the ground up. Change his life trajectory. Help him drop out, retire his parents, and get to 20K a month like you did yourself. There's nothing in the world more valuable than that. If you haven't experienced that, I feel bad for you. Like 2 of my clients, they're moving to Miami now because they worked with me. They made all this money in their agency and they're moving to Miami. There's nothing that feels as good as that. They're going to be here next to me in Miami working out with me. That's the type of business you want to run. You want to work with people that are like you. If you know me, you know my stuff, right? I like the gym. I like to eat steak. I like to shoot guns. I like trucks. I just got a Ford Raptor. I like to go off-roading, right? I don't really like clubbing, and I try to stay away from bad habits and that type of thing, but I live a very simple life. Very, very simple life. But what fuels me past the money, because I'm making good money, it's the impact I'm leaving. I mean, there's nothing like it in the world. And we get mistaken a lot as entrepreneurs thinking that we have to do this one thing. We have to serve these certain clients. And it's like, that's beyond wrong. That is so unbelievably wrong. The people that don't have a choice are the people working 9-to-5 jobs. They have to listen to their boss. They have to work with the clients they're given to work with. But like for me, it's my business. There are no rules. I could do what I want. And there's freedom in that. I could serve who I want. I could put my blood, sweat, and tears serving my clients that I actually want to serve. I could not allow certain people into Spartan Scaling just because I feel like it. You should be able to do the same thing. You shouldn't accept any client that just has $5,000 that's willing to pay you. You shouldn't. You straight up shouldn't. And so that's what I see as the general trajectory of most online business owners is you typically start with an agency, you get to 10, 30, 50, 100K a month, and then you get into coaching. And so that's something I help my clients directly with is scaling up their agency. Typically, I don't work with beginners. That's for this free stuff. But once you get to like 5K, 10K a month, you come work with me. We take that to 30, and then we pivot and start the coaching or consulting business, start building the brand, etc. And so, yeah, hopefully this gives you some direction in terms of like, if you're lost, if you're not fulfilled in your business, it's because you're not serving people. You don't have any passion behind it. Take 7 days out in a cabin in the woods and figure out what drives you and what you could do as a business, what skills that you have that you could teach others that's going to truly impact their lives and fulfill you in the process. You figure that out, you have the key to happiness, my friends. It's a very simple life that I'm living. Making money, leaving an impact and serving others, following God, going to the gym, eating steak. And so if you're similar to me and you want to join Spartan Scaling and scale up your business, create a personal brand, run ads, YouTube ecosystem, the whole 9 yards, you could watch some of my other videos to learn more about that. If you want to get into that, if you want to join our killer group of young guys that are being fulfilled and getting after it, you could apply down below. But hopefully you've learned how to get some direction in life, and make sure you write down those 2 questions that I asked you. What do you want to be known for the day that you die? And can you see yourself doing what you're doing for the next 10 years? If no, why? See you in the next video. Peace out.